everybody. So I just wanted to tell y'all before I was very rudely interrupted by my own phone, of all things. My video had stopped about a good 10-15 minutes in because that's exactly what you want. So in this video, I know I'm behind on my videos, trust me, and it's not anyone's fault but mine. I got distracted, blah blah blah, excuses, they're not right. They don't feed people. So this is my hint for this video. In the next video, I'm not going to have a drawing because I didn't do a drawing. So I'm technically 2 videos behind because I'll have this one, I have one more, and then the next one is actually due Tuesday. So I'm technically still 3 videos, but I'm doing this one today. So really I'll only be 2 videos behind. So this is my hint where I did draw. The next one doesn't have a drawing, just one more time. But this is my hint. Also, my account for my meme post, because I do post on Mondays, I have been consistent on that. It is memes with more, I believe, .00. So if you can see that a little bit, if it's background, that's my Instagram account. And that's how that is. So if y'all see this, this is my hint. And let me tell y'all what my hint is. This is a Hunter x Hunter video. It is not a review because I did not finish the series. I'm literally only a little bit more than halfway through this series. This is going to be over the 2011 dubbed version of the series. That's how it is so far. This is what I expect. This is what I learned from Hunter x Hunter so far. This is my opinions. I'll tell you who my favorite character is. I'll tell you if I think the series is going to continue. I'll tell you little stuff like that. And a little background story. So Hunter x Hunter is based off of a boy named Gon who wants to become a hunter to go and learn and to go see his father. He is raised by his aunt and his grandmother, which his aunt turns out being his second cousin, so forth, so on. You'll find that out. To try to give him a little background story of what happens to his family, but didn't say quite everything, you know. They eventually, I got almost to the point where they found the dad, basically. I have technically watched a series reviews on YouTube, like other whole series reviews are probably like an hour or so. I already know how the series ends, and I follow a few accounts that talk about Hunter x Hunter on Instagram too. I already know how the series ends, but I still want to watch it anyways, and so I can give you another video. And eventually I actually do have a video on my list where I'm going to talk about the movies that are out, but that's a ways from now, honestly. And that's not even like I'm behind or anything. That's just literally on my itinerary. That's a while from now. So that's how that goes. There's gonna be characters. Basically, the main character so far is Gon, Killua, which they're gonna meet, Kurapika, and Leorio. So basically, the first season and a half, I would say, is like a game contestant like show where elimination of characters, this and the other, to see who's gonna pass the hunter exam. Basically, everyone has their own reasonings. Leorio is for money, but it's not selfishly out of greed. It's for so he can go to medical school and so he can treat his village. You know, Kurapika is for revenge because he wants to kill the people that killed off his clan, which is the Kurta clan, killed off his family, and this and the other. Basically, Killua does not have an exact mission behind it. He just wants to not be like his parents' goal. In his parents' eyes, he needs to be an assassin, the greatest assassin of them all. He basically just you know, doing that, you know. He just does not want to do it. He wants to find his own path in life. And Gon already said that part. So that's how that goes. Well, about a few episodes, not even a few episodes in, you're actually going to start seeing him. There's another character named Hisoka. Hisoka is actually a member. He is his own person. Hisoka is his own man. He is not really loyal to anybody. He is just doing his own thing. He is a member of a group later on known as the Phantom Troop, who is actually one of the main people who are against Killua's family, which the Phantom Troop itself literally, these people are very strong because Killua's family is assassins, like, you know, the parents and this and the other. They're the strongest people. People are literally scared to drive by their house on the outside, and it's miles deep, and they are scared to be that close to the home. So these people are scary, but the Phantom Troop are like no other. They fight, and they almost killed Killua's dad at some point. That's just how strong he is. Literally, these people are strong. Hisoka is one of those members. He's not going to give off these part of the Phantom Troop until at least a good season, at least a good 2 seasons, and he's not going to give off that. He's just there, honestly, to try to get the to get the exam, just to, pass the exam. I think he wants something else under his belt. He wants another accomplishment. I think he wants that because the thing is, when they get it, they get free passes to any continent. They can use it as money. They can use it as this and the other. It's a really good thing. It's like you're known as it. You're kind of known as a good person too, supposedly, but it's kind of a debate, so not only he can get away with what he wants to do, now he can literally legally get away with it so much easier. So he's like, oh yeah, like I might as well do it. I don't have anything else to do. He's part of the Phantom Troop. I already kind of mentioned that. So that's Hisoka's basically missions there. They go through it, for a good chunk of the time. They pass it. Everyone passes and they become it, except for Killua's person. So at the end, they basically have to fight. Whoever's left has to fight each other, and basically the other half of the people are gonna win, whatever. So they have to win, and everyone has to win at least fighting one person, and then basically that's how that goes. Well, Killua was gonna do that, but another person who is a main character, he's not as main of the group, but he's definitely a main character. He's not as main of a character as so far as I've seen. Is Illumi. Illumi is the oldest brother of Killua. There's 5 of them, 5 children, and Illumi is the oldest. So, and Killua is the youngest. Basically, he was there the whole time too. He was disguised as someone else. No one else knows him. Not even Killua knows him until he took off his disguise. No one knew of it. So nobody knows him to, go look for him. This, that, and the other. They don't know. So, and he's an assassin. He's not a spokesperson. So you're not going to know him as like that until it's too late, pretty much. So, that's how that goes. Illumi's there, and, I'm trying to remember what I was just going to tell you. Yeah, he's pretty a main of enough character. Sorry about that. My memory just, yeah, so it's pretty cool. You learn a good chunk of, you see a good chunk of their character background. You get enough time. I will say some people debate on this part being long. I am kind of a little sucker for elimination type shows. If y'all know me by now, the videos that have been up, and maybe even before my last before I started this journey. You know me for elimination shows. That could have went on for like 5 seasons. I probably would still been looking at that like, yes, and who's next? Knowing me. But that wraps it up. Everyone becomes that. And this is the reason why. I'm sorry, I kind of forgot a little bit. But the reason why Killua does not win is because Killua, the person that he had to fight, was Illumi. Illumi and him can't fight. Because at the end of the day, they're brothers. He still holds loyalty to his brother. And at this point, Killua is still not that strong to like fight his brother. He's definitely strong. He could have fought everybody else in the house, with probably the exception of Hisoka, because Hisoka, like you literally see him, he's getting stronger and stronger by the episode, until at one point you finally start to find a little bit of weakness here and there, but it's still entirely too strong. It's part of the Phantom Troop, literally. So he can't fight his brother, so he loses. Well, that happens later on within the episode. Leorio is about to lose to this guy. Killua is so mad because he's so vengeful at the point that he lost, and he can't be a hunter, he can't do that, and his brother embarrassed him too, like, this isn't for you, this isn't your life. He's so mad that when Leorio fights his person, he kills Leorio's person. So that's how Leorio wins the contest in theory. Is Leorio wins because his person that he fought dies, so he wins that person. So, but this eliminates Killua, because technically if Killua would have probably taken his loss, he could have I think he already had his other person. So in theory, he would have already had to fight him to win. So the thing is, Killua lost twice because the first person he was supposed to fight was this one boy, and Killua just flat out refused to fight him because we already know Killua's strength compared to this dude. They're giving him a little bit more character development, but clearly he's not gonna fight. He's not gonna win to Killua. He just flat out refuses to fight him because he's like, that's too easy of a win. If he wouldn't have done that, he would have won. So he lost twice. Then 2 losses, he can't do that. He can't fight his brother because his brother. So Illumi gets this, not even really wanting this. Illumi wins this, which actually probably gives him benefit in a sense. Probably makes his family proud of him in this weird sense. Like, oh, that's cool. I mean, now you can legally do what we've been doing the whole time, actually. So it's like, hey, we can kind of use you. I think he kind of does it for a little sense of approval, a little bit. But it kind of like, he was really there for his brother, but he won the thing. So, I mean, it works. So, I mean, Hisoka won, which is pretty cool. Hisoka won against Kurapika, just completely. Him and Kurapika, that was getting it for a while. Kurapika does have some strength. He won. I mean, he won against Kurapika. I mean, Kurapika still wins, in a sense. So that's how that goes. Basically, they separate. So they kind of split up in 2 and 2. Killua and Gon split up in one direction. They go here and they go do their own thing because he still wants to find his father. He got the thing. Now he's a step closer to finding his father. Killua is like, you're my friend. I want to follow you. Let's go ahead and see how this goes. Okay, Leorio is like, okay, we're going to go this direction. They were together for a little bit, but Leorio splits too because Leorio finds, he's like, I want to study. I have now enough money. I can go through medical school. I can do my goal. We'll see each other later on. They eventually do see each other later on, about a half a season later. Kurapika starts going his journey to York Canoe, and he just finds himself, he needs to find work, get his way, get inside, become security, go for York Canoe, and start going after, not quite yet the Phantom Troop, but to find his way to get back at the people, which technically is the Phantom Troop, but it's not quite yet there. He still has to, gain up. So this is where Kurapika gets his storyboard, basically. He's fighting, he gets work, he gets trained, though, because when he gets work, he was not doing the best at the beginning. And he gets trained by this dude, and this is where he really gets strength. He has a good amount of strength, but the thing is, it wasn't quite organized yet, which their strength is this whole nin system where they have, different types of abilities, the agility, blah, 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 like mind power, speech, all these types of, cluster. It's like this nin system. And Kurapika's more towards one particular direction, and that's how it is. Every character has to have it in some sense. That's how that goes. They're there. They go to York. Kurapika and his group, they're pretty much on him. Kurapika and his group, which is people that he found, co-workers of this, end up serving this boss. They go in there, they fight. They fight off a couple of smaller bosses, of course, this, then the other. This is how that goes. And finally, the Phantom Troop are finally starting to get entertained by this. They're finally going to start coming in. But really, they were just letting them fight off people because eventually they want to get in the way and they want to start doing this. So, they're like, okay, we'll just let them sit in the background and start. They're pretty much killing them for them. So, that's how that goes. They finally get a gist of it. Okay, so the Phantom Troop. You already know how strong they are. The Phantom Troop all together against Kurapika would flat out lose. Kurapika is good. He's definitely getting stronger, but they will flat out lose. They would just unadulteratedly flat out, he would lose against the whole Phantom Troop. Literally, the assassins can't do it. They have to. They literally, so what they do is they send Uvu. Uvu is one of the members. Uvu, I'm sorry. He is he is physically stronger than just about everyone in the group. Minus this other big dude, but he has a little bit more speed than you would say, at least him. That guy's so big, he probably doesn't even have as much speed. This dude, Uvu is just the strongest. Basically, our strength, that's his thing. But the thing is, he's probably the weakest because he is not so focused on anything but killing. So that's the thing. He's not focused, but killing. That's it. So that's how that goes. He pretty much, he pretty much, I had to check the time, y'all, I have work. I'm sorry about that. But he pretty much checks it off. He checks and, you know, they send him out. They're like, okay, you know, you can go. And he's like, yeah, I can bring that guy back. Because at this point, Kurapika has, like, they've already done so much. They've already done so much damage. At this point, they want to go send out him to go get money and go ahead and stop this type of stuff. You know, because they were going to go ahead and take money. You know, that's the thing. They still wanted the money so they can get to their boss, which is Corollo. You know, the Phantom Troop's boss. That's how that goes. They send him out. They get in this big boss, like, him fight. You know, this is anticipation. This is a Phantom Troop member in Kurapika. Like, if the groupies don't even know the other, you know, like, it took them, I think, an episode alone for this fight, actually. I think going on 2 episodes alone in this fight. Basically, Kurapika wins. He, like, and touches the powers, his nin powers, and when he's at his absolute point, when he's at his absolute, like, red eyes, angry, he actually can hit every point of nin. He uses every single spot of nin, which basically, when you do that, you're stronger than anybody. He can only do that, though, like, basically only when it comes to fighting for the greater good. He cannot do that in any regular fights. He cannot do that. He didn't even know about it enough in other stuff. He can strictly only do this when he fights for the greater good, basically. And he is so adamant about this, and he physically, but he's so mentally adamant about this that he puts a swear upon him, a cross upon his heart, or some sort, a swear upon him that if he uses it for anything else, that he needs to die, that he has to die, like, that he does not have it right. He only does this for basically whatever is helping. He only can use that sword as power for that. So that's how that goes. Uses it, destroys Uvu, and in that sense, when you do have all strengths, and then you would actually be strong enough to actually beat off the Phantom Troop. But he only has it at that point to beat off that Phantom Troop member because he's the only one that's there. That's the only, and it took so much for him to get to that, and it took that to kill basically one of them. If he did it one at a time, he'd probably easily be able to kill any of them, but that power literally has to be, like, only used then. So he only can use it then. It's not sparingly, it's only that strictly those types of what's the greater good. He can't just use it to, he can't even use it really in the sense to, like, just, oh, you know, other things. So that's how that goes. He gets killed, blah blah blah. The Phantom Troop, like, he is dead. They go back to the site. They know, of course, you know, those types of powers they type of have. They know this is the area they would have been. Uvu's dead. The Phantom Troop are not only strong, they are angry. Especially one of the dudes who's pretty much right under Corollo. He loved Uvu as, like, that was my friend. That was a loyal member. He was loyal to anything. Like, I think he started, like, tearing up. He was crying. He was angry. He said they knew of Kurapika at that point, and they said Kurapika's dead. Like, that is it. Kurapika's dead. When we see him again, it is over. So that's how that went. So the thing is, with this type of anime, Gon was gaining his strength, and people seen a lot of Gon's strength, but Gon wasn't the main target. Kurapika to the Phantom Troop was the main target. You know, to Hisoka, you know, Gon was the main target, but to the family, Killua was the main target. So it's not a, oh my god, gosh, Gon has all of the strength and it's all being given to him. Everyone's going for Gon. In theory, to the Phantom Troop, Gon is nothing. Because they literally kidnapped later on Gon and Killua. Because Killua as a child is still not strong enough to fight off the whole Phantom Troop. Because the dad basically escaped with his life just fighting off the Phantom Troop. You know, so Killua as a kid, not knowing how to use his strength completely yet, cannot fight off the Phantom Troop. That's how that goes. So basically, Killua and them, they get kidnapped, they escape. They cannot, Gon and Killua, especially Gon, thinking he's the main character, yes, but he does not have that type of strength. They started using her nin, which they got trained up because, You know, their side mission along with Kurapika was for them to make money so they can basically set a mission to go see the dad. They went to this arena that Killua used to be taken to as a smaller child, and they make money. They fight the row on top. This gives them a lot of strength. This gives them experience, but still not strong enough to fight the Phantom Troop. They still get kidnapped by them, but they are now like mentally, like they're strong enough to at least escape the Phantom Troop. So that's what they did. They escaped the Phantom Troop for that, and basically, yeah, they escaped it. And that's actually honestly to be about as far as I've gotten. I think I got on a couple of more random episodes where they're like on the boat, and then there's a little bit more to Killua, but to be honest, that's about it. I'm not gonna say exact pinpoint here, but that's about as far as I've gone on the series. I'm not gonna tell you too much on how it ends because I did not watch it in fruition with like on the actual TV. I only watched a review, so some of the reviews is kind of opinionated, even mine. So that's basically as far as I've gotten. I've gotten a little bit over halfway. I think I got into season 3, episode 20 something. So that's about where I'm at. So that's basically how that goes. Do I think Hunter x Hunter will continue? Okay, so it's been off the air since, I think it was on for 3 years. I think it ended in 2014. It clearly did not, by what I've heard from people that read the manga, I'm telling you, I did not read the manga. There's more, and it could easily continue a couple of more seasons. But y'all know television and any shows, you have to have funding, you have to blah blah, so much of a demand. I think it's going to come back. I think when they put it on Netflix, because granted, y'all, it ended in 2014. The fact that it even came on Netflix and the fact that it got such a cult following and this, that, and the other, I think it will come back. I think it's just going to be a little later than people expect. I think it's going to be another wave of and then that's when it's going to be there, people, and then that's when it's going to come back. I think you just honestly got to give it time, because the creator of the show has gotten sick, and honestly, at the end of the day, you gotta like just give it time, you know. Honestly, give it time. Just wait, just calm down. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And you know, it kind of like in my theory, in my beliefs, it's like if you truly want something and you got to get in there and something, you know, shoot, if you able and capable, you know, in a ways, y'all start funding that stuff. Y'all start making it known. We got to start as the fans, not being demanding, but suggestive and being like, oh, start, you know, if you want to do that, like, everyone's got to do their part. You know what I mean? Sales and this, that, and the other, keeping a remembrance, keeping all that. Just, you know, what's meant to be is meant to be. And if not, there's plenty of other animes and this, that, and the other. Trust me, I want to hear how Kurapika's story honestly ends. I really want to see how this Phantom Troop is, and I really would like to learn a lot more about Hisoka's character. And even reading the reviews, even watching the reviews over all this series, you still don't even really get those 3 points that I just mentioned answered that much more. So trust me, as much as I'd like to say it, I think it definitely has, heck, even Yasuke has a lot more points that I said in the last video. Hunter x Hunter definitely has a lot of more it can touch off of. The more you do, the more questions there is. And then the manga factually shows that there's more stuff going on. I think it is, but at the end of the day, it takes a lot to do that. So just honestly give it time, and if not, there's just more animes to go. And hey, how it's coming, animes and stuff are coming on, you know, I'm glad we're starting to see a lot of people do animes who you would have never thought you would have seen. So just wait, you know, just wait and do what you can do. And if not, don't be disappointed. It's a part of life, you know. So just calm down, y'all. If y'all aren't on there, not to be judgmental, because I felt this way myself, and it is still, the feelings are still there. So never to be invalidating anyone's feelings in this particular instance, but just if it ain't meant to be, it ain't gonna be. So just, you know, do what you can do. You know, if he asks y'all to, you know, mention him more. If he asks y'all to donate some funds, and you can. If he asks y'all, oh, I need some voice actors, go, you know, and y'all are able, capable people, like anyone can, you know, you're no better than me, I'm no better than you. Do your part. And if not, it's not meant to be. There's plenty more things to watch. There's plenty more things to do. So just be happy, y'all. So this is my Hunter x Hunter review with what I know. So, Hunter x Hunter. It's nice. I would recommend this show, honestly, maybe out of 5 stars, I would say about 3.8. I would say about 3.8 by what I've seen so far. I feel like the series, I have watched some more, like I told you the review, I would say it's about 3.8. It's not finished, so in my sense, in my belief, but it could be in the creator's mind. It can already be done, so I'd say a 3.8. There's definitely some unanswered questions. I do want to know about some family members, and there is some that still didn't get answered, so honestly, just that. 2, I can't give you a solid. I'm gonna say about. It's a huge about, because 1, I did not even finish the 2011 dub series of it. So trust me, when I finish it, I'll probably tell you a little bit more within the gist of another video I make, dedicated last like so many minutes to it. But and I am actually going to do another Hunter x Hunter video too in so many weeks. So thank you all so much for watching. It's a decent series, a very decent series. Is definitely past, obviously past 1, y'all know that, past 2, and you know that, past 3, you know, it's not gonna be 5, of course, y'all know that. So I'm gonna say, you know, it's pretty decent, you know, past through most of the 3, it's pretty decent. I am gonna be continuing it. It's long. I cannot do like how I did Yasuke with the pieces of paper and going over the script. I've already watched 3 3/4 of a season before I even started this whole script ideas, and starting to do that to, you know, better up my channel. I don't simply have enough in me to, like, right now to do that. So just thank you so much for watching, and I'm excited to talk about this one again. And I am excited though for the next one, which my next series video I have to do a review over, which I've never watched this series through and through, but I found out how to find it. But I'm not going to tell y'all yet. I'm not going to tell y'all yet. So be careful. Have fun. And thank you so much again for watching on my Hunter x Hunter, my Hunter x Hunter thoughts so far. Thank you. And I pray I'm going to do it. But tomorrow probably will be late tomorrow, because I'll have to watch the series, which I found it, but I'm gonna have to watch the series tomorrow all day. And then it's not a long series. The show only had like 2 seasons, and it's not long at all. I literally have a YouTube thing that says it on there. I'm gonna watch it, and I'll be late tomorrow. I'll have that video, and then after that, the next one that I'm gonna do Saturday, this one's gonna be fun. This one's gonna be good. I'm gonna like this one. Like, I like this, but this one I'm going to be able to tell y'all, I believe, pretty decently. I'm going to be able to break it on in there for y'all. So, thank you so much again for watching. And then let me just tell y'all one more time, my Instagram page is memes with more, I believe. So that's all together. So it's spelled like this: MEMESWITHMOREI BELIEVE. So that's all together. Period. Dot. 0 0. Okay. That's my Instagram name. And if y'all can see it, I'll put it up there for a couple of seconds. And I'll start doing this at the bottom of my pictures too, so y'all can know my social medias. And I'm gonna start putting my YouTube name in there just in case. So y'all, thank y'all so much for watching. And I can't wait tomorrow. This next one, I'm telling you, this next one may be a little bit harder, but the one after that's gonna be pretty easy. So that's a blessing, because that's gonna get me back on track, and I won't have to do all this jittery and blah, 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 like this, right now. I don't have to do all this. So I'm excited, because in a few weeks or so, actually after this edit, oops, sorry. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. I can't deny it. I cannot deny it. Well, not, no. I'm not going to tell you which week though. But after this one, after these videos, it's not cooking, thank God, because that would have been hard to keep up on again. Sorry. We're going to start doing the 3 days a week, which that one's going to be hard. But it's going to be fun because it is a great series, so I'm excited. That's why this week is basically a recovery week. We're catching up, we're starting over again, and I'm not taking any summer classes. So again, sorry for all this banter, but you know how we go, and you know how I like to keep things personal, and I gotta be real. So after this, we're gonna be caught up. This is my recovery week. We are fixing this. We're gonna get y'all back on track. I love y'all. Take care. Have fun. Be safe out there still, you know, do what you got to do and have fun though. For real. Have fun. You know, if you're safe, have fun and all of that. So Jesus Christ is Lord, and till next time.